say, hey guys, it's Klaus, look at this, 3 stripes on his barrel. Because some players are very good at this game. And Devilos is driving the Comet. And some tanks in this game are the best tanks to get really good stats in. And the Comet is one of these tanks. Why? Well, the Comet is one of those tanks that a lot of people just skip through to move up the tech tree. And they don't really play it seriously. You know, they like the Cromwell and they get to the Comet and they go, they just want to get to the next one. So you have a lot of people that are average or below average that play the Comet. But if you spend time and learn the Comet and learn about gun depression and learn about your turret and fire a lot of gold, you can do really well in the Comet. And if you do really well in the Comet, you get very high WN8 numbers. How does WN8 work anyway? Well, you know, every tank has kind of an expected amount of damage that it should do in a game. There's kind of some guy has decided through lots of stats that, you know, this tank should do 1,000 damage a game, this tank should do 800 damage a game, this tank should do 2,000. Depending on the tank, you know, the average game in that tank should get this much damage. And if you do that, you know, your WN8 is around 1,500. Right? Now the Comet has a pretty low expectation. And it's very easy for a skilled player to do much higher, much more damage than the low expected damage required in the Comet to be average. So, if you get a skilled guy like Devilos playing a tank like the Comet, not only will he get a lot of damage and win a lot of games and get 3 stripes on his barrel, but he can really get some high WN8 out of this tank. Look at that. See, he's staying hull down, he's just showing his turret. The Comet has one of the highest DPMs in Tier 7. It's just hate to say it, but it's a stat patter's dream. And I am not saying that Devilos is a stat patter. I'm just making the point that that's well known about the Comet. But this guy is freaking awesome. He knows what he's doing. And this video has nothing to do with stat padding. This has to do with an awesome freaking game that this guy's going to show us. But just going to give you a little bit more information here about how this Comet works. You know, when the matchmaker tries to get teams set up and it's trying to decide what tank to put on which team, every tank has a weighting factor, right? And the matchmaker, it's not based on skill, it's not based on type of tank, it's not based on how many heavies, how many mediums, how many TDs. Each tank has a weighting factor, and the matchmaker tries to make the 2 teams with equal amount of weight, so to speak. I'm very simplifying things here, but the key thing is the Comet has heavy tank weighting. Okay? Most heavy tanks of the same tier have the same weighting. Most medium tanks of the same tier have the same weighting, but the Comet has heavy tank weighting. So the standing joke is the team with the most Comets will lose, because if you platoon 3 Comets, you're going to end up with 3 Comets on your team, and the enemy team is going to get 3 extra heavies. That's how the matchmaker works. Don't ask me why, I don't fucking know, but the Comet gets heavy tank matchmaking. So when you play the Comet, usually the other team has more heavies. And hence the joke, the team with the most Comets loses. But not if you know what you're doing. And the reason the Comet has heavy tank matchmaking is because it's a freaking good tank. In the hands of a skilled player, the Comet is a fucking death trolling machine. Like, you just poke up and you just, you know, from hull down positions with this turret at tier 7 and this mobility and this DPM, you are a freaking monster. And enough of the ramble. Let's start watching Devilos. Devilos. ¿Cómo estás, muchachos? Nosotros estamos muy barachos. Not sure what I just said there, but I think it's Spanish. And I'm not sure if Devilos is Spanish, but hey, what the fuck? This is a Klaus video, I can say whatever the fuck I want. And you have to listen. Well, you don't. I mean, you could stop watching if you want, but why would you do that? This is a pretty exciting game, and it's only going to get better. Now, he is losing. His team is losing. And he has decided to put some distance between him and the enemies because it's only him. And he's using the strength of the comet. Look, he's out of their view range. He knows that these guys do not have as good view range. And look at this DPM. Like, he just fires shot after shot after shot. And this is where the skill comes in. Like, look at this guy. He knows he cannot just rush in. He knows he has to keep... Look at the view range circles on the map. The yellow one is the maximum render range. The white one is the maximum view range. And the green is his view range. And he knows he has to keep these enemies on the edge of that green and white circle. Because if he moves too close, they will spot him. So why not keep them on the edge? They cannot see him. Why can they not see him? Because he's a medium tank and he has better camo than those heavies. So their detection of him is reduced by his camo and these bushes, which also provide camo. And he can keep these enemies at distance. See, he sees an enemy. He's going to move away now. Get him at the edge of the circles before he makes a shot. At the edge of the circle. They do not see him. Boom. Got him. That's how... Oh, no, this guy is he's going to get detected here. Nope, he got him. Is he detected? No, he's got this guy at the edge. Oh, he's missed. But this thing reloads so fast. Look at this. Like, holy shit. Devilos. Muchachos. Holy shit. This is a lesson on how to play World of Tanks. If you do not have these view range circles on your map, you can go into settings and turn them on. And if you're playing a tank with some decent camo and a decent crew, you gotta use those view range circles. If he just drove in like a quack and just rushed in there like some people do when they get nervous at the end of the game, you just get spotted and the enemy can shoot you back and you lose, right? But not Devilos. Now he knows he's spotted because he's close, right? He knows. Oh, he hit the dead tank. He knows that this guy is really close, so he's gonna readjust here and ambush the guy. If he goes in there, he knows he's spotted, so he's gonna come around. Let's watch this. He's in a hull down position, like this guy. This guy. Klaus loves you, man. Like, holy shit. Look at this. Gun depression. Hey, like, look at this patience. Just poke. The enemy can just barely see his turret. Wow. Wow. That's the comet. If you just skip through the comet to move your way up the tech tree, then you skipped over one of the best tanks in the game. One of the best stat patterns, gold spamming monsters in the game. And here he goes. What a game. Devilos is moving in. He's going to take a shot. He is moving in on the net. Devilos with the ball. Devilos is moving forward. Devilos coming around. Devilos is moving in. He's coming in closer. Devilos moving. No, it's Devilos. Devilos moving in. Devilos coming around corner. Devilos is going to come in. He's stay hull down. He has the ball. Devilos is come. And he's poke over the corner. And Devilos is shoot. Devilos is shoot. And go! Hey, Devilos, what the fuck are you doing? You're ruining my commentary here. Thought you had the game and was going for the, Spanish soccer analogy goal. What the hell? Well, this is a sneaky little devil. You know what he's doing here? He's firing all his shots so that the last shot he has ends up being the game-winning kill shot. You win a medal for that. Oh, Devilos, you cheeky little bugger. And look at this poor guy. Oh, You cheeky little bugger. Look at this. Faden's medal, Kolobanov's, Pools, high caliber, Top Gun. Look at that. What is there to say? Devilos, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. But anyway, that's how you play the Comet. And Devilos has given us a lesson. And yeah, like this guy is so good that he even fired off all his ammo so that he could win that last medal. Like, holy shit, some people are good at this game, aren't they? And this guy is one of them. Thanks for sending this replay in. And I'll stop talking now because a lot of times I don't really make that much sense. And it's good to just shut up sometimes. You know, the video speaks for itself and you don't always need someone commenting.